Where you going? It's a tactic to first of all, you already are in fear because you have they have a gun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And a badge.
Yeah.
You know,
Hide behind.
oh my God, that's all they need. But honestly, it's they pull you over, they search you down illegally, they ask for ID, and what I think in hopes that you have a warrant.
Yeah.
You have a warrant. I could
That's
take
it.
you in,
Yeah.
and honestly, you got pulled over for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like it's no fighting that. I mean, you can exercise your rights. I've been asked, am I a street lawyer by exercising my right? You know what I mean? It's just like you get put down for trying to practice something that was given to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still heavy.
It is for sure. Like I remember that moment that Zoe was talking about. Like, funny enough, we were actually watching rap battles. Like, and it's like literally the house right next to his house. Like, I just scooted 2 water bottles next to each other.
They can't see that shit.
It's the house next door. It's the house next door. We just walking from porch to porch, and then before we get to Zoe's porch, our face like is in his lawn with a gun pointed at us.
Yeah.
And yeah, like tactics like that definitely is like people who are not black want to always say like, oh, they need to get themselves out of that situation.
Yeah,
but they don't
yeah.
understand like you guys have therapy and you
I mean,
guys have better lives than we do.
This skin is a target.
Like as far as like
yeah,
it's like you guys have tools in place to help your kid with therapy.
Black people
And
got therapy too. I go to therapy.
No, I know. Like once we like, but when we were younger, or if we were in that situation, like it's no therapy like just for kids like in the hood who were getting guns pulled on them by the it's like no specific like just for that.
All they know is getting guns
you get
pulled
numb
on.
to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then you would think that becomes regular, and that's a problem because like it's people that think that that's just how life is supposed to work. Like, and then things that are beneficial towards them, they might shun those because of something that's been ingrained in them mentally to where they feel like they're not going to be able to function or like be competent in another atmosphere other than what they're used to.
That's true. And I remember being a kid. Like you're taught like fuck the police, and I didn't know why. You know, I didn't know why. But then it's like as you get older, it's like damn, I
fuck
see.
The police.
Yeah, fuck, man. But yeah, I lost all hope. And I know it's some good cops.
Yeah,
you know, but I mean,
they're not all bad, but
it's too many bad apples.
Exactly. It's too many bad. Yeah.
I just want to go back to this, to like, you know, being pulled over because I've had an experience, although mine's went a little bit different. So I'm gonna build a story real quick. So it was my sophomore year. It was the end of sophomore year, so it was May. It was the end of the semester. The previous semester, I worked on campus for parking and police services, so you know, I was familiar with like a lot of people and whatever on campus. This was finals week, and it was like 1 a.m. I had been studying or typing a paper, one of the two, and I had just finished. So I decided to walk across the street to the 7-Eleven to go get like some ice cream and some Swishers.
Of course you did.
So
that's a cold combo.
Right.
So the way where my school is, it's like a small town, and the street that it's on is just this big, empty, quiet road. The dorms that I lived in were right across the street from the 7-Eleven too, diagonal. Wow. Venice Boulevard for you. So I left. I was on foot. I was walking or whatever across the street, and there was a cop car going by, and he, came around the block, and he started to pull me over. And I saw what was going on. I quickly gathered the situation. I was like, okay, they're about to stop me. So they did. They pulled the car right in front of my walking pathway, and I'm like, okay, here we go with this. Yeah. So flashlights, whatever. They're like, oh, we got a report of, something happening on campus.
That's what they always say, man.
Right. And they were like,
suspect.
Hold up. It was like,
You fit the description.
You fit the description. This is where it got real funny. They're like, oh, yeah, we got the report from the on-campus police services. I was like, oh, really? I used to work for them, so I know all of them. And just like that shit deaded.
Yeah.
Because it was no report.
I'm like, so...
They seen a black man.
I literally stuck my hands out like this. I was like, so... They were like, okay. Yeah. They literally, put the fucking lights down, was like, okay, me and the other partner... I don't know. He started trying to make a conversation with me. I was like, yeah, I'm ending my sophomore year here. I just finished typing the paper. I'm just trying to go over here and get me a snack and head back to my dorm. Yeah, man. I'm like, thanks.
And they always try to be cool with you right after.
Well, no, this was the other one. He wasn't. He was just like, he was the partner. So he was just like, he wasn't saying anything the whole time. He was like, oh yeah, my son, he's thinking about going here next semester. And I was like, oh yeah,
he had to make that connection with you, so you wouldn't ask for his badge number.
Right. I'm like, so we done here? Thank you.
I just wanted to ask you too. Being that it's 2018, everything that's going on with these cops and murders by cops. How do you guys feel? Do you guys feel like you are in danger? Do you guys feel scared or threatened that just going outside on a typical day?
Not scared, not threatened, but I know there's a high possibility that I can be fucked with by the police. So I try to be on the straight and narrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure
I'm sorry to interrupt. Trump's in office, so at this point, I'm more scared of some random white person coming up and doing some crazy
even that
shit
though. Even that, it's
on the same level or shit before the
shit
police.
that's happening.
That shit is crazy.
Nah, yeah,
white
for
people
sure.
are acting out.
They active right now.
I feel like now it's a scary place for the black man, in my opinion.
I seen a dude on the train. I think it was the BART, and I know 2 young women just got stabbed out there. He was like.
You were there for that?
Nah, but yesterday or 2 days ago, I saw a man on the same train in the BART, with a chainsaw.
Yeah. Are you fucking kidding? Are you from Oakland?
Nah, I just on the internet,
Let's say, I'm very familiar with that.
Oh yeah, nah. But yeah, I think I went to the Bay one time. We went
Oakland's
on a quick
cool
road
spot.
trip.
Yeah, I think Oakland.
But for me, I don't go outside like he said, feeling threatened. But if I get pulled over, those feelings come up immediately. I'm not it's not. But I don't just wake up and think about dang, I can't go outside.
I feel like if you think like that, it angers you. I had to learn, literally. I had to learn. I couldn't tell you how many times I've been pulled over. And at first, I would just be aggressive with exercising my rights. You can't do this shit. Fuck you. Talking shit to the police. Yeah. And man, that it would get me in some trouble. No lie. It'll get you slammed up against the car. So I just learned to always stay calm. My pops taught me something. I used to think it was weird, but whenever we got pulled over, I used to see my pops get pulled over, and this man has 9 kids and wears a suit every day to work. He's a good man, and he would put his hands on the steering wheel. That's the first thing I do. So I would just advise anybody just to put your hands on the steering wheel, because it just shows that you're trying to diffuse that. I'm not being aggressive. I don't have anything in my hand. I ask the police, can I grab my ID? After he tells me, can I grab it? It's right here in my pocket. Because nowadays, the slightest movement to grab your ID, now you're a memory. You know what I mean?
Yeah, really, for real, yeah.
Yeah, that's real.
I just learned to really stay calm, because it does get annoying. It's annoying as fuck.
And I think that's the hard part for a lot of men, to just stay calm.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Especially when you ain't did shit.
You ain't did nothing.
And then you've been going through stuff all day.
You probably just got off work. So.
People fucking with you at work. Now people fucking with you on the street.
I was just talking to my homie about this. Black people, we since we aren't a part of the infrastructure, we have to. every one of us, if we go into a corporate job, we gonna have to deal with some type of bully. Like they could say slick little comments and get away with it to us because we not our people aren't the bosses. Like, and even if we are, it's like if we get promoted to that boss level, we know that we have to bend a certain way, like because it's like we're not part of that whole infrastructure yet. Like we still just got all these rights, like what 50 years ago, segregation, and it's just like, man, that's one thing that I feel like we don't talk about enough. Like when it comes to like the problems that we're facing as Americans, like people always want to bring up like police brutality or like racism, but that's a big thing because everybody has to work. Like we all have to support ourselves, and our people are the ones at work, like getting bullied every day. I remember my sister working for a creative company, and they said something about her hair being like cotton or something, like because she wore her hair similar to how yours is right now to work one day. And she's like, yeah, I told my boss, and he just kind of chuckled about it. And, like, I don't know what to do now. Like, and I'm like, man, you should sue them. And then my sister's like, I don't want to work. Like, I don't want to lose my job. And then that's what I was telling her. She's like, no, but if I go to, it's like, it's just weird. It puts us
like
in a
put up
position.
and shut up.
I forgot.
Like she's not at that job anymore, by the way.
I forgot where it was.
Shout out, Monique.
But a similar situation happened with a little girl, and I forgot. Like I said, I forgot where it was. She was in elementary school, and they tried to. I can't remember if they tried to suspend. You know what I'm talking about? They
told her she couldn't come back to school until she got her hair taken down because it was in dreads.
Something like braids, something like that. Yeah. But
it was in dreads, and that's a young lady. Like,
like what is she doing to harm anybody at school with her hair? But yeah, Kim Kardashian put her hair like that.
Systematic world.
Check out the new style in Vogue.
Look what Kim Kardashian created.
Shit, man. They pipelining the kids, man. It starts from school. They really pipelining the kids, man. Like honestly, I work at a school, so I see it. They're passing kids who can't read in the third grade.
Definitely, yeah.
But then don't have the proper resources for them to learn. And it's like, how is this going on? Like, how is this happening right now?
All right, well, we're gonna take a little break.
We're gonna take a little breaky break,
and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back.
Welcome back. Okay, so next up, we are going to get into a little bit of some like current rap politic news, if we can call it that, dealing with Kanye West.
Yeezy.
According to USA Today, Kanye West says he is done with politics. And this is as of October 28th, 2018. So just a little over a week ago. It says the controversial rapper who has become one of Trump's highest profile celebrity supporters took to Twitter Tuesday to say he has become a political pawn. My eyes are now open and now realize I've been used to spread messages I don't believe in, West tweeted. He continued, I am distancing myself from politics and completely focusing on being, I lost the page. On being creative, ! His latest revelation came in a series of tweets where the rapper sought to clear his name after the Blexit campaign revealed a line of shirts and hats that proudly tout designed by Kanye West. Blexit is short for Black Exit, urging black voters to leave the Democratic Party. And there's he stole that from a grassroots campaign that we'll talk about in a little bit too. I introduced Candace Owens to the person who made the logo, and they didn't want their name on it, so she used mine, West stated. I never wanted any association with Blexit. I introduced... His tweet says... Well, what I just said, exactly. On Wednesday, Owens apologized, taking the blame for West's feelings of being used. And then it says some other stuff about...
I miss that old
conservative
Kanye.
Personality and responsible and Blexit merchandise.
Kanye with the backpack
and all this and
with the polo collar flipped up.
So let's talk about it. Let's this is like the fourth or fifth time Kanye West has like been in support of like you know, something that isn't really for the people, how he says he's for the people, and then later on reneged. I knew it was only a matter of time, but
it's
how
crazy.
He has a pattern. This is literally a pattern.
Yeah, I think he does. Like in the beginning of his career, he played to the emotions of black people. Now he's going against it, so he can stay relevant.